Okay, so we've got gorgeous range of motion, almost teenager range of motion. Okay, look at that, beautiful. So there's no reason why this joint can't work. So put a bit of pressure underneath there, bit of pressure there, push hard, it's not going anywhere. Okay, so then we say, okay, so there's functional hallux limitus there. How severe is the functional hallux limitus? Because almost everyone here has got functional hallux limitus if you push hard enough, right? So you then walk down the plantar surface of the metatarsal. So we go here, press, here, press, here. And I can push pretty hard and nothing's happening. But when I get to the first metatarso-cuneiform joint, I go to there, it starts to unblock. If I go beyond the first metatarso-cuneiform joint, it unblocks. A functional hallux limitus often causes the blockage at the first metatarso-cuneiform joint, not the other way around. However, this is a functional condition. It can be fixed like that, right? So, see how blocked that is? Okay. I get you to come here. So you're going to come around here. And what I want you to do is I want you to evert her forefoot. Okay? So I'm holding her heel in a slightly inverted position, and Jackson, thank you, Jackson. Jackson is everting her forefoot, which is making this more vertical rather than horizontal, making the first metatarso-cuneiform joint work. Right? So with that, like that, I press there, no. Press there, none. Press there, none. And I'm pushing, you can tell I'm pushing the same amount of pressure. I have not changed any of my parameters. So we'll do it again. There, there, there. Now the fourth rocker, and this is the new one, is when we rock over the IPJ of the hallux and the apices of the second and third toes. The weight from the other leg is pulling the weight bearing forward. It's got to have a stable base that has got enough friction onto the ground for us to be able to be pulled over for that to happen. The forefoot, lateral forefoot, is substantial. On the right foot, it's the most. So this person, you would say, could be at risk of some sort of lesser metatarsalgia.
How's his first metatarsalgia?
So, who's the victim? Is it you, is it?
It's me.
Okay, so what we want to do first is we want to see if Mark can actually get the weight onto his big toe joint. Because if he's got a hallux limitus, well, that's just the way it is, right? So at this stage, we know that there is some weight bearing there, but we don't know if that's a functional problem or that is a structural problem. If you had a structural hallux limitus, it would look exactly like that. So we need to check out functional hallux limitus test, a medial column test, maybe a ankle dorsiflexion test, and just see if we can actually transfer the weight across onto here. So if you like to grab a table, so I've almost been able to completely remove the forefoot supinatus. And now I need to do the opposite, the rear foot. I need to invert the rear foot. How much do I invert the rear foot? A little bit. Probably 4 degrees. I know that it's maddening to new grads saying when a person with experience says, oh, you just invert the rear foot. How much? Is in a perpendicular position as the heel comes off the ground. The first metatarso-cuneiform joint is compacted like that and nothing happens. If the heel is in a everted position as the heel comes off the ground, the peroneus longus has a dorsiflexury movement of the first metatarsal. Does everyone get that? So, depending on how stiff your foot is, Scott, no, it's not too bad. We can grasp the first cuboid, the medial cuboid, and we can actually glide. It's not easy, but if you find someone who's got hypermobile joints, it's much easier. You can actually glide the first metatarsal on the cuboid.